Yes, I love to work with fears and phobias. Let me tell you a couple stories. It's just amazing how we allow certain things to control us or run our lives. Years ago, I worked with a man who called me up and he said, you know, my daughter's getting married. She wants me to give her away in a large church wedding, and I cannot go into a church. He had a phobia of churches. I'd never heard of such a thing before, so I asked him a few questions, and he told me that he had had this phobia all of his life. He had a panic attack, even thinking about going into any church. It wasn't a specific church. He and his wife actually had to get married in front of the justice of the peace because he knew that he would have a panic attack if he went to a church. His wife was the only person in the world, except for me now, who knew that he had a phobia about churches. So he came to see me. We did a little regression with him. We took him back into his childhood. I put him in my chair. I counted him back. I started taking him back in age, and I get him to 3 years old. And while he's at 3, I could see his body language change. I could see his face change. So I knew we were where we were supposed to be. I said, "What's going on? Where are you?" He said, "Church." I said, "Really? Who are you with?" He said, "Mommy." I said, "Okay, tell me in your big boy voice what's going on." So he tells me this story. He's sitting in church with his mommy. The congregation gets up to sing. They're all standing there. He's standing in front of his mom. She's got her hymnal in her hand, and he's standing under the hymnal. Now, at 3 years old, everything is huge and everything is loud. So he's telling me how big this church is, how loud this church is. And he has to go potty. So he says, "Mommy, potty." She doesn't hear him. "Mommy, potty." She doesn't hear him. Everybody's singing, the hymnal's in front of her, but he's standing under it. "Mommy, potty, Mommy." So he's sitting there going, "Mommy, potty," trying to grab her to get her attention. And all of a sudden, he bursts out crying. So this man is sitting in my chair, crying. And I said, "What happened?" He said, "I pooped my pants in church." Story doesn't end there. That was on Sunday. The following Thursday was Thanksgiving. After Mom took him home and cleaned him up, was humiliated and embarrassed him, now on Thanksgiving, the next Thursday, everybody comes to their house. She tells the story. They're all laughing. He's mortified. And at that moment, that was his defining moment when he realized that he wasn't safe. Now, I count him back. I wake him up. I said, "Did you hear what you said?" He said, "Oh my God." He said, "Are you telling me that pooping my pants when I was 3 years old in church has been running my life?" I said, "Yeah." That fast he got it. That fast it was gone. He stands up, starts toward the door. I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I'm going home to give my daughter away." That was it. That's all it took. I love that story. It happens all the time. I mean, really. Phobias disappear like that with hypnotherapy. So this man came to see me about a phobia. I said, "What's your phobia?" He said, "I have a phobia about yo-yos." Yo-yos? Now wait a minute. Here's what a phobia is. A phobia is anything that interferes with the quality of your life. How can a yo-yo interfere with the quality of your life? He said, "Well, think about this. I have 4 children. I can't take them to a picnic, a birthday party, a barbecue. I can't take them to the beach. Anywhere there might be a yo-yo, or I will have a panic attack." I said, "Fair enough. That's a phobia. Let's do it." So I progress him back, do a regression back. We get to 7, age 7. And his body changes. He's doing this. I said, "What are you doing?" He says, I'm swinging up and down like a yo-yo in my backyard." And I'm thinking, okay, there's the yo-yo. And I said, "So tell me about where you're swinging, how you're swinging." So he tells me that his dad has tied a tire with a rope to the tree in the backyard. And he's just swinging up and down like a yo-yo. Now, all of a sudden, his face changes. He gets this look of horror, panic on his face. I said, "What happened?" He catapulted out of the tire, fell face forward onto the ground, where there was a little twig which punctured his eyeball. Yeah, he spent 3 months in the hospital, almost lost his sight. Parents never brought it up, never mentioned it because they didn't want to upset him. So now he knows where that came from, where that phobia was. It was regressed pain that he never had a chance to look at, never had a chance to examine, never talked about. Family, it was a big family secret. We just kind of, push it out of the way. But he'd totally forgotten. I know it sounds amazing. I know it sounds impossible, but we do that. We push down the pain to the point where, it has to come out some other place. It might come out as migraine headaches, irritable bowel syndrome. For him, he had a phobia about yo-yos. Not anymore.